Hey, what's up guys? So welcome back to episode 14.5 of the How to Make a Processor Zombie startup game in Unity. And in today's short episode, we are going to try and fix the game a little bit and try to see some bugs that we can fix and make the game a little bit more playable. So the first bug that we have is if we go right into play mode, we can see that the pole vaulter isn't jumping correctly, and this can be quite annoying, and it just doesn't work. Here's a pole vaulter. Here is what I mean. So it jumps and then just stays on the other lane and just doesn't work, right? So let's fix that. So first thing, let's go into the zombie controller.cs script. Here it is. And here we'll have to go and look for a few things. So let me just retract everything here. So where is it? Here it is. Okay, so let me just retract everything so we can see an overview of all the methods available. So first thing, if we go about and look in the update method, this is the script responsible for moving the character. So what we are going to do is we are going to override this script. So when the pole vaulter is jumping, it will not be using this for the jump process. So we need to bypass it. One way to do that is, so one way of doing it is to have a boolean to indicate when we are jumping. So let's just have public bool is jumping, all right? And here, let's do something. If is jumping equals to false, then we can just copy and paste all of these into this if statement, all right? So what happens here is whenever this is false, then this will execute. So when we are jumping, we will just override this value to true, and then it will not be moving at all, all right? And now to make the actual jump is actually quite simple. Let's come here and let's remove these two methods. Okay, let's remove these two methods and save it. And we will need a few variables. First variable is we need to get the current position of the zombie, all right? So we'll just have a variable named current position, all right? This is set to the transform.position. And then we will need another vector 3 for the halfway position, because again, if we actually go into here while we are jumping, all right, let me just have a sprite just to showcase what I mean. Let's say this is our zombie pole vaulter, all right? So when it's here, we need to first jump here and then jump here. So what essentially we are doing is, if this is position position 2.8 to 0.5, all right, so 0.5 and 2.8, what we are going to do is we are going to add one here, all right, then it jumps up, and then minus one here, or 1.5, let's say, all right. Now it's here, and then this is our first part, and then the second part is we actually just remove one here again, so it becomes 0.5. And let's go this, which is actually quite simple. So come here, and our halfway position will equals to transform.position. Okay, let's just have it like that, like that, and then we'll just modify the positioning a little bit later. And our second variable, we can call it second half, or landing landing position. All right, we can call this mid-flight position if we want. Here it is. And let's actually pin this here. Let's go into game manager, and here let's do, okay, let's create a static game manager. All right, let's create a static game manager. So public static game manager instance. All right, this is a singleton which we are making. So void awake equals to this, and then here we can just have a class just for the poll folder. So system.serializable public class poll folder settings. All right, and here what we want to have is public vector2 public vector2 prove position, let's call it modifier. All right, and then we'll default this to something like let's do -1.5 float to 1 float. All right, this is our default, and we'll just have this here as a public poll voter settings. Okay, and then what we can do is we can have another variable here. Let me just think. Yeah, so we'll need a public float. Let's call this move or jump increment. All right, jump increment. Let's have it as 0.01f, and then jump increment weight, and let's just have it as 0.001f, and that's it. And now we'll come here, and in here what we'll do is we'll add, okay, sorry, let's just come here. Let's just use the local variable to get the movement position. So float up modifier will equal to, then we access game manager dot instance dot poll folder settings dot move position modifier, and we'll just do that y because this is the vertical one, and then this is the horizontal modifier, and then here we'll just use .x. all right, and then we need another one is for, okay, we don't actually need that. And now let's create another coroutine enumerator, call it jump process, and in here we'll do a for loop. All right, just to complete that, we'll just change the variable then, and here we'll do float, and here we'll do equals to 1, can put it equals to 1, and then here would be game manager dot instance again, and this is where we actually use the increment variable that we had. So increment, jump increment, and then just copy this, paste it here, and again game manager dot instance dot poll voter settings dot increment weight. All right, and now here what we are going to do is we'll have a vector 3 start bus and a vector 3 end position. All right, and we just take this, put it here, and then we'll just remove all of this. We'll remove all of this and do equals to vector3.lub. So what vector3.lub does is it takes two numbers, or here is two vector 3s, and then smoothly interpolates between the two. So if there was 1 point here and 1 point there, 1 point here and 1 point there, it's going to lerp between them. It's going to interpolate between these 2 points from 0 to 1. All right. So what we are going to do here is we'll do start bus, and then we'll do end bus, and then we'll do I. All right. And then we'll just copy this and remove that. Here we do here return new. Here return new. Start your routine, and then just have this here. And this is our first part of the jump process. Therefore, we need to fill current position, and then we'll do mid-flight position. And then once this is finished, so once this is finished, we'll do mid-flight position to landing position. All right. Now that this is done, we'll just have to have each jumping is to true, and then set that back to false once we finish jumping. And let's modify the positions now, and then we can test it out. So mid-flight position dot y would equal to plus equals to up modifier, and then mid-flight position dot x plus equals to horizontal modifier. All right. And then for the landing position dot x plus equals to horizontal modifier multiplies by 2. Why 2? Because we need this is already midway, so it's in the second slot, but we need to land in the third slot. All right. So if we go ahead and test this out, hopefully everything should be working. So first, let's go into Game Manager and ensure that we've got, where is it? Yeah, the pole voltage settings is set up, which is good. And let's make sure that this would be good. Divided by 2. All right, so 1.25. Okay, and let's just save that and let's play. So we'll just take these 2 plots, and then now let's just wait for pole voltage to spawn. Okay, so here is our pole voltage. Let's put it here, and hopefully it should complete the jump. Great. And now, if you wanted to, let's say, make it slower or make it faster, you change these 2 values. Let's just try with 0.1 to 0. So it's like 10 times faster. This will be a little bit faster, I believe. So let's try. Okay, here is our pole voltage, and let's see how it affects it. As you can see, it's a little bit faster. Now, let's say if we wanted to make it slower, what we could do is increase the timer. As you can see, the pole voltage was a little bit slow. Where's our pole voltage? Here is one. Let's put that here. As you can see. Now there is another bug that I just noticed. Apparently the box collider is a little bit too much, so we can just put that here. Yeah, and now it should technically work. I just copy this component and just stop. Let's go under prefabs, assemblies, and just paste this here, paste the values, and then save. Let's see. Let's just decrease that a little bit to here, about here. And let's try and see. So let's try these two. So if you put one here, this shouldn't be affected by this one, but then this should be able to, okay, good. And now our pole vaulter, it jumps, great. And now that this has been fixed, we can try to adjust the strength of the different plants. And by for doing this, let's go into scriptable object and plant cards. And then potato, pea shooter, walnut. Walnut health is 5000, pea shooter is whoa. Okay, let's see the zombies. Like I said, damage is 10. Attack interval is 1. Let's have the attack interval to be make it 10. Let's make it 10 and see how it differs. Okay, so we've got our first zombie. Yeah, I think now it's a little bit better. Yeah, it's a little bit better. And damage is 5. Attack interval. Alright, I think that's good. Good. I think it's working. We could also increase this to 20 if we really wanted to. And let's just see the pea shooter. The health, let's put that to like 500. And save. Alright. Now that this is done, I did actually modify something. This is the plant object, so I actually disable the animations. Reason being that it wasn't looking good, so in future episode I'll just try to get different sprite sheets and then we can make it this way, which is definitely easier. So let's just call this disabled animes. Alright, so this won't be used. Let's just disable this. And oops, sorry. And so let's just end this video here then, and we'll continue in the next episode. So thank you guys for watching, and again, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you have not already. And if you've got any suggestions or anything that you want me to cover next, do let me know. I'll try my best to cover it in the next episode, or in future episodes at least. And thanks to you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.